Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah. Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah who gave us the time and the facilities to sit together to listen to His deen and to listen to this deen, brothers. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Brother, in this meeting, we're going to talk like for a short time about the regular program for a Muslim in Ramadan. We've been talking about the virtues of the Quran, and we talk about how to live with the verses of the Quran in our daily life and every time. And in this meeting, inshallah, we're going to talk about how can we have a program that matches the program of the Sunnah of our Sahaba on the daily life of Ramadan, brothers, inshallah. Brother, basically there is something called in Arabic ada, and this ada, which is the habit, the tradition, which is we have this in all countries or all communities, you can say. And we have something on the other opposite to ada, ibadah. Ada is the tradition, ibadah is the worship. Ada is the tradition, ibadah is the deen, is the religion. That's the ibadah. Normally in Ramadan, subhanallah, a lot of people, unfortunately, the ibadah over the ada, the habit and the tradition overcome the religion. Yeah, in terms of even food, dressing, and even in the salah, in the deen. Sometimes when you talk to some people, for example, we are not targeting any, because these mistakes and these things are available in all cultures. We all make mistakes in salah. We all. If you ask somebody, why are you doing this in salah? They say, I never get used to this. This is ada. Ada is the thing that you get used to it. And it's not part of deen. Yeah, it's a tradition. It's not religion. So in Ramadan, a lot of people, these are traditions overwhelm the deen and the religion. In Ramadan, brothers, the situation is different. We're not going to talk about the habits and about the ibadat. We're going to talk about what are the things that our Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba used to do in Ramadan. In Ramadan, brother, we normally have a saving account. All of us supposed to have his own saving of account. These saving accounts, brother, you do the things and put this in the saving account, because we must have our traveling bag with the passport. The passport is La ilaha illallah, and the traveling bag got everything we do in this traveling bag. It should be ready when we leave this dunya. Anytime you get this bag, brother, with you. To be honest, you are not going to take this bag, because there are other people who are taking this bag for you. The angels are already taking your sheets and your bag and even your passport, the passport that you're going to pass through to the Jannah, which is the La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah passport. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers, say in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O believers, Siyam is decreed upon you as it was decreed upon other nations. So it is fard. Siyam is fard. And Abu Huraira, the hadith of Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu says, he who fasts Ramadan, he who spends the nights of Ramadan, there's some comment on this translation, he who spends the nights of Ramadan in prayer. That's the translation, what it say. But there is no prayer in the hadith. The hadith doesn't say prayer. It says qiyam. He who spends the nights of Ramadan in qiyam, out of faith and in hope of forgiveness, and rewards, all of his previous sins will be forgiven, inshallah. What's qiyam, brother? There is actually a lot of people, they think, a lot of Muslims, they think that qiyam is only salah. Qiyam is not only salah. Salah is part of the qiyam. So zikr can be qiyam. You see, reading Quran is qiyam. Learning and teaching the deen at night, the nights of Ramadan is qiyam. Yeah, so whatever you do in the mosque could be qiyam. Helping the brothers, helping the mosque, yeah, could be, and teaching brothers, sitting together talking about some hadith. This is qiyam. Yeah, so qiyam is not only salah. And what is the best qiyam? The best qiyam is reciting Quran. The scholars say that you can make the best better than this to just combine reciting Quran and praying together. So our Muslims all over the world, a lot of them, they just make tarawih and he go home. Yeah, that's for him is a qiyam. When there is actually other things, you can get more rewards than the tarawih. I'm not asking our brothers to leave tarawih, but tarawih is part of the qiyam. Yeah, so the best thing is to make them together, brother. You know, brothers, our life is very short. In a simple calculation for how much we do for ibadah and for ourselves, wallah, you can't find that much. Because a person who's living 60 years, in a simple calculations, out of this 60 years, he's going to go like 3 years of them, he spent them in the toilet. 15 minutes a day. Some people, they take 1 hour a day. They enjoy, yeah, spending a lot of time. But if you can like calculate like 15 to half an hour, it would be like for a person who is living 60 years, he's going to spend around 2 to 3 years in the toilet. And and 1/3 of the 60 years sleeping. That's if we sleep 8 hours. Some of us sleep 12. Some sleep 16 hours. So you take off 20 out of 60 and 3 in the third. How much for food? How much we spend for food? Half an hour a day for the 3 meals? It will be another 3 years, you can say. So that will be 26 years. How much you spend for work? 5-6 hours a day? That will be another third. Another third of the 60 years is already gone for work. So you'll be left, brother, how much? You spend around, or you missed 46 years. And how much, brother, when you are, how long, brother, how much time, yeah, or when people normally start praying, when there are 10 years, you deduct the 10 years or the 20 years. So maybe you will be left with like three years. You calculate them, you do them. You do the calculations in your own, and you see if this is realistic or just we are imagining. So we spend, brother, most of our time in this life, whether we like it or not. How much time we spend for studying, how much time we spend with the family, how much time for food, how much time for visiting the brothers, for playing, for... You deduct all of this. Take this out of the norm of the total. So we'll be left like 2, 3, 4, 5 years of praying and fasting and whatever. And we want Jannah for these 2, 3 years. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Jannah, brother, it's the paradise. It's very expensive. But we take it because of the mercy of Allah. Because Allah is having the mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brother, without having the mercy and without actually looking at our weaknesses, we never get into Jannah. We never get His mercy. We never get His rewards. Well, at the time of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, there's one of the ladies, she missed her baby in in the market. And you imagine a lady when she lost her baby in a market, what's going to happen? She became crazy, running east and west, north and south, looking for her baby in the market, until she came to the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet stand up and he just asked the Sahaba to go and keep looking for her baby, and they found the baby and they brought the baby to her. She keep hugging him, crying out of happiness and thanking the Prophet and the Sahaba. Know what the Prophet, our Prophet, the Messenger ﷺ said? He said, look at this. Would you think that she would throw this in fire, her son in fire? They say, no, it's impossible. Say, yeah. You know what? Allah is having mercy to you more than this lady to her baby. See, brother? That's Allah. No wonder we get Jannah, we get forgiveness, we get mercy out of his mercy, brother. Out of his mercy. Prophet Harun is older than Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Alayhim as-salam, both of them. When Prophet Harun passed away, Prophet Musa was burying him, and he's standing on the grave, and he was crying. Allah talked to Musa, why are you crying? He said, I'm thinking of what's going to happen to my brother now in the darkness of the grave. Ya Allah. He said, look, Musa, if I ask the people of this cemetery around you to talk, they would tell you how much mercy I have for them. Musa, when my slave is dying, I never look at his mistakes. I look only at his weaknesses. Allah knows, brothers, how much weak we are. So that's why we are endowed with, we embrace with his rahmah. Wallahi, we embrace his rahmah. We feel it every time, every minute, every second. How are we living? We're living on this. Brothers, the clever Muslim is that Muslim who's having a timetable. And this timetable is divided according to his abilities and according to his time. But there is no time to waste in Ramadan for shopping. There is no time for social media, for watching TV programs. There is no time for social gatherings talking about this dunya. This is Ramadan. We have to invest for ourselves, brother, because you don't know when we're going to die. We don't know when we're going to meet Allah. So to meet our God, Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we're supposed to have some sort of deeds, good deeds, at least to support us and when we pass away. Some of these deeds that the Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ used to do, the nafil salah, brother. Nafil salah, the main things, the duha and the qiyam. And we said qiyam, brother, got different salah and got other things. Other thing, brother, not to miss any regular salah, any fard salah in jama'ah, in congregation, in group. Because, brother, in Ramadan, if we do the fards in Ramadan with jama'ah, it's equal like 70 times of the normal regular salah in the normal days. That's hadith Jabir. Yes, and the normal good deed, it's equal like 10 times than the normal days. Yeah. So should be very careful about missing any salah in jama'ah, in a group. Yeah, and especially in the mosque. Quran recitations, brother, is the most important thing in the qiyam and in Ramadan, because you can find for a lot of scholars, they say even Quran recitation is the main zikr, because it includes all of the remembrance and includes all of the dhikr inside it. And the dhikr, brothers, we shouldn't leave it. And we shouldn't, a lot of people, even when you are sitting or working, yeah, we have to make the zikr all the time, brother. And make the zikr, brother, with concentration, with focus. You know, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam, water protected him and helped him to be excluded from the whale, the whale stomach. His zikr. Allah said, فَلَوْلَا أَنْ كَانَ مِنَ الْمُسَبِّحِينَ. Hadn't he been doing tasbih, he would stay until the day of the Qiyamah in the stomach of the whale. That's what Allah said. So what helps them? And we always say this, لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. We always say this. That's the saying in the Quran. That's what Prophet Yunus used to say. Yeah. So zikr, brother, and there are some occasions of zikr. Inshallah, in the future we make some halaqah, some dars about the different kinds of rizq, of zikr. The dhikr, brother, there is dhikr before you go into the toilet. There is dhikr after you get out of the toilet. There is dhikr before getting in the mosque. There is dhikr outside the mosque. There is dhikr before you dress. There is dhikr after you dress. There is dhikr after drinking. Alhamdulillah alladhi saqana min ghayri hawlin minna wala quwwa. Alhamdulillah alladhi at'amana after eating min ghayri hawlin minna wala quwwa. There is dhikr, brother, before eating and after eating. So there is different occasions of dhikr. The best dhikr is Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. And there are specific times of dhikr and for specific occasions of dhikr. You can't actually get inside the mosque and say Alhamdulillah alladhi at'amana. You see, there is a dhikr. Bismillah, you get into with your right leg and get in and say Bismillah, Allahumma aftah li abwaba rahmatik. Yeah, and we go out, Allahumma aftah li abwaba fadlik. You see, so there are some zikr for different occasions. Brother, and a lot of our scholars, they advise if you can actually finish reciting Quran more than once in Ramadan. That would be great, wallahi, brothers, and more than once. You put your program, depends on your time. Another thing, brother, we should dedicate some time for learning. The mosque shouldn't be empty, to be honest. Wallahi, brother, a lot of you, when you travel and you see the people, especially in Ramadan, in other countries, you can't find a mosque empty. But here, we should be very careful. Alhamdulillah, this mosque is wallahi very active. And it's good, brother, and it shouldn't be empty. And there should be different lessons and different halaqah, different circles of. Another thing, brother, we have to be careful about the family ties and to be very dutiful to our parents, especially in this month, brother, and visiting your brothers, helping the needy people, solving them. There's another thing, brother, which is very important in Ramadan, the sadaqah. The Prophet ﷺ asked, what is the best month? The best month he said the best month is the month of Ramadan. What is the best sadaqah? It is the sadaqah in Ramadan. Sadaqah in Ramadan, brother, you can't imagine how much reward you get for this. Inshallah, Allah will help us to do all of these things. And brothers, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked us actually to do the qiyam at night, and he said this is the habit of the righteous people. If you need to be part of these righteous people, inshallah, Allah make us, all of us, righteous, or part of the righteous people. And inshallah, Allah will help us, brother, to follow His Sunnah and to follow His Quran and help us. Wallahi, we are very lucky, alhamdulillah, Allah gave us this month, which is the best month for the best ibadah. But we have to be very careful, brother, not to invest this month in outside the legal or the circle of deen. Yeah, we spend a lot of our time doing the shopping. We have enough time during the year to go for shopping. So at least you spend most of our time in this month to do like reciting salah, zikr, and teaching people, visiting brothers, helping needy people, doing the sadaqah, yeah, and learning the deen. These are the best things actually to be done in this Ramadan. Not to spend our time in the kitchen most of the time, having a lot of problems and spending most of the time talking about the different kinds of foods and which is tastier than the other. I don't like this, and yeah. And we go, Allah, actually, it's good to eat and to, Alhamdulillah, this is the blessing of Allah, and this is rizq and ni'mah, but we have to be very careful not to spend all of our time on eating and on talking about food and preparing food, and we forget the purpose behind Ramadan. And we think of the other people. When you have like 20 dishes, you don't have to get 20 or 30 or 15 dishes or 50 or whatever. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the fasting people, they look at the thing and they feel that it's nothing before having iftar. And after having iftar, he starts blaming himself. Allahu Akbar, why should I have brought all of this? We didn't eat. So we should be very careful, brother. Jazakum Allah khair. May Allah, inshallah, help you and me, inshallah, to fast and follow the sunnah and the Quran. Jazakum Allah khair.